On today's show, Tesla announces the Model 3 Standard Range ahead of schedule and surprises us with the Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus. Zero Motorcycles unveils the Zero SRF, complete with nifty 12-kilowatt fast charging option, and Polestar goes after Tesla with a Polestar 2 electric car. These stories and more coming next. This is Ecotricity's ecoTEC roundup show from New Zealand's only carboNZero certified renewable electricity company. We're 100% Kiwi and 50% community owned. Switch today at ecotricity.co.nz. Hi there folks, welcome back to another weekly roundup show. It's been a crazy week here in the studio and there is quite a lot of news to cover. So let's start with the official launch of the Tesla Model 3 Standard Range from earlier this week. Meeting the promised $35,000 price tag for 220 miles of range per charge, a 130 miles per hour top speed, and a 5.6 second 0 to 60 miles per hour time, the Model 3 Standard Range will begin deliveries in the US next month. Standard for the Standard is black paint and aero wheels with manual, non-heated driver's seat, cloth interior and standard audio. Active safety features are standard, but autopilot and full self-driving will cost you extra. Also unveiled was the Model 3 Standard Range Plus, which adds a more premium audio system and interior, fog lights and $2,000 to the asking price, as well as a little more range and a faster acceleration time and top speed. Other tweaks were announced to other Tesla models, but we'll cover them later in the show. Porsche has confirmed that its next-generation mid-size Macan crossover will be designed as an all-electric vehicle. It's due to hit the market in 2021 as a 2022 model year, making it the second all-electric Porsche to market. The electric Macan will join the soon-to-launch Porsche Taycan in Porsche's stable and help it towards its goal of having half of its cars electric by 2025. That said, it also appears Porsche intends to sell its first-generation internal combustion engine Macan alongside the second-gen plug-in. At the same time as the official launch of the Tesla Model 3 Standard Range and Standard Range Plus, Tesla announced it will be closing the majority of its Tesla stores and galleries around the world, switching to a fully online ordering system instead. It says antiquated dealership laws, inefficiencies and politics are to blame, noting it's easier and faster to buy online. Tesla also confirmed that the layoffs that will result are, quote, the only way to achieve the savings needed to get Model 3 to market at advertised price. Alongside this, Tesla says it's unlikely that it will turn a profit this quarter. Zero Motorcycles has finally unveiled the Zero SRF, its newest electric ride. It debuts an all-new, fully connected telematics system, powerful 82-kilowatt electric motor, and, depending on options, a range of up to 200 miles per charge in city traffic. As with other Zero models, there are a choice of additional accessories that you can pick, including either a supplementary power tank to increase range and a choice of charge tanks, offering recharging in an hour from just 2 standard J1772 plugs. Deliveries will begin in April. Lucid Motors may not yet have a production electric car on the market, but rumours this week suggest that it's about to unveil an all-electric SUV model that could follow the Lucid Air performance sedan to market in just a few years' time. The Lucid Air is expected to begin production next year, and the SUV being worked on is likely to be based on the same platform as the Lucid Air. While the company is still waiting for US government approval for a $1 billion investment from the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund, it seems clear that Lucid is very keen and very clear on what it wants next. Polestar, Volvo's performance plug-in brand, held the online reveal this week for its second model, the Polestar 2. The first all-electric car to wear the Polestar badge, the Polestar 2 is a sexy, sleek 5-door fastback that promises a 78 kilowatt-hour battery pack, a targeted 275 miles of range on the EPA test cycle, 78 kilowatt DC quick charging, and Android-based infotainment system. It's going to begin sales this year with a launch edition priced at €59,900, but next year a cheaper €39,900 model will follow. Alongside the Model 3 announcements and job cuts this week, Tesla used Thursday as a chance to tweak some of its other vehicle pricing and specs. Among the changes include a drop in price of the Model 3 mid-range and Model 3 Performance, as well as the reintroduction of the Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive, with a slightly longer range per charge than the previous model. This change in charge will be pushed to existing cars via an over-the-air software update. Other changes include a reintroduction of a lower-priced standard range Model S and axing of the Model X standard range model altogether. 41. Aside from being one less than the answer to life, the universe and everything, that's the number of plug-in models that were available to buy in the United States last year, showing just how far plug-in car adoption has come. Granted, only 14 of those vehicles were all electric and 27 of them were plug-in hybrids, but that is nearly double the number of cars offered in 2015 and a massive increase on the just 2 models you could buy back in 2010. Following the official launch of their joint mobility programs last week, BMW and Daimler have announced a joint partnership to develop next-generation autonomous vehicle technologies. To start with, the two companies will work on driver assistance systems, automated highway driving, and parking lot systems that will operate at up to level 4 autonomy. All of these technologies will begin to hit the market in both BMW and Daimler vehicles sometime in the middle of the next decade, with continued long-term collaboration on autonomous vehicles expected to continue far further into the future. The majority of Americans feel that electric vehicles are the future. At least that's according to a new Harris Poll survey commissioned by Volvo. Asking drivers their opinions about electric vehicles, the survey found that 59% of all drivers felt that electric vehicles have a more positive environmental impact than recycling, switching to paperless billing, and using smart home technology to reduce your energy consumption and bill. It also found out that 74% of existing EV drivers say that the long-term savings of driving electric outweigh the higher purchase cost. The Ford F-150 has for a long time been the world's most popular pickup truck, with stupidly large numbers rolling off dealer lots every single year. But it also turns out it's a great way to hide a test mule. At least that's according to Rivian, which admitted this week that it's been busy testing its drivetrain and battery packs on the roads of Detroit, with Ford F-150 bodies on top. It's a crafty way to get all of those test miles in, but it also makes me wonder if that spy shot from earlier this year of an F-150 charging was actually a Rivian R1T in disguise. Despite rumours to the contrary, Mercedes-Benz says it's on track to deliver the first EQC electric SUVs to customers this year. Previous reports had said there was a pushback in the rollout plan, but the company told Electrek this week that VIP customers will get their cars in June this year, with volume deliveries due to start in November in Europe. US customers and customers in other non-European markets will have to wait until 2020 for a chance to own one. And finally, its first generation was one of 2 plug-in models you could buy if you lived in the US back in 2010, and since then it's helped thousands of people wean themselves off fossil fuels and onto fully electric power. But last week, the final Chevrolet Volt range-extended electric car rolled off the production line, bringing to a close its 8.5-year, 2 generations of production. It's all part of a plan by General Motors, or as you might know them, Holden, to pivot to more fully electric models, but it's worth thanking the Volt for its hard work over the years to get more people dumping the pump and switching to clean, green electric vehicles. And on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, tell your friends about the show, and as always, if you've got some feedback, then just send it our way. Make sure you also hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on a single episode. And while you're at it, why not switch to New Zealand's only carboNZero certified renewable electricity company? You can ditch your current provider and go completely zero emissions for 2019. It's super easy and emission free. Thanks for joining me. I'm Nikki Gordon-Bloomfield. Ka kite, and see you next time.